All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to start off by giving all praises and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Yahweh being the true name of the Heavenly Father, which today and age people ignorantly call God or Jehovah. Ba'ashem in the name. And Yahweh Shai being the true name of the Heavenly Son, which today and age people ignorantly call Jesus Christ. Those are the true names of the Heavenly Father and the Heavenly Son, Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Yesharala the Ruel, and salutations to you, Akim, out in the highways and the byways, preaching His word in truth and in sincerity. To you, brothers, I say Shalom. This is the brother Shakal out here from the GMS Shakal camp, coming at you with another lesson. And basically, what I'm gonna touch on today, it's about studying for ourselves, man. Because we can't be in this truth, just being mockingbirds and just relying on other men, to be there with us always, man. We got to study for ourselves, so like that, if we're ever out there, by ourselves, we may know how to defend the gospel by ourselves. Now we all have different lots, we all have different offices, right? But just because a certain thing isn't your lot or your office, so to speak, or isn't a subject that that's your expertise, that doesn't mean that you're just supposed to ignore it and not know anything about it. Hey, we're supposed to at least know the basics of everything, man. At least enough to be able to defend it to the scholars that are out there in the world today, man. Maybe not to. You will have some guys with some crazy scoffs here and there, But hey, that usually doesn't happen, So hey, just study to at least get, obviously study more if you can, but at least to get the basics of it, to be able to defend it, to be able to defend the gospel by yourself, man, without relying on anybody else, man. That's just the type of spirit we gotta have, man. It's cool if for example, let's say you're good in the history. Okay, cool, that's good. Now study the rest of the things of the Bible, man. So like that, you could be well learned, at least to the point to be able to defend it, man. You might not be an expert in those, but hey, at least you know how to defend it. And if somebody comes with one of those questions where, hey, well, and that's when hey, you bring in the other brother, man. But at least you're studying for yourself, man. There is going to be times, certain situations where another brother is going to be needed. The scriptures do say prophesy in part, but guess what? At least you're not just not studying for yourself, man. Then if whatever that question was, if it's in your spirit to go into, so like that, you could actually answer it if you're by yourself without relying on that brother. Then hey, beautiful, even better. But we should at least have enough to be able to know enough of the other things that aren't part of our expertise, so we could be able to defend the scriptures. You see, so I'm gonna start off with what is it? Let's see, Galatians 6:4. But let every man prove his own work, and then shall he have rejoicing in himself alone, and not in another. You see? So we got to prove our own works, and when we do that and we study for ourselves and prove our own works, guess what? We become more confident. We become more bold. We have more faith because we see that the Lord is working with us, man. Because now we're able to break these scriptures down directly and correctly, man. Now we're stomping scoffers. Now we're answering questions and converting souls. You see? And that feels good, man. Knowing that you put in the work, and the reason this is happening is because, hey, first and foremost, because Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai put the spirit upon you, But hey, because you actually took the actions necessary and the Lord put the Spirit upon you, you feel good. Like, damn, if I didn't study this, I wouldn't be able to, man, call Allah Yahweh Bashimi Hashai for putting that Spirit upon me to be able to answer this individual, man. You see? Now, when you don't, you become more embarrassed. Because now you're answering this question and now you're just like, damn, I'm just being a mockingbird. Fuck, I really don't know. If this individual asked me something else about this, I wouldn't know how to answer it. Now you become more ashamed, man. Now you're relying on somebody else. We're not supposed to be like that, man. We got to be able to rejoice in ourselves because of the work we put in, man. Through the Spirit and power of Yahweh Bashimi Hawashai. Verse 5, for every man shall bear his own burden. You see? We got to bear our own burden, man. This is Philippians 2. And I'm going to start at 12. It says, wherefore, my beloved, as ye have always obeyed, not as in my presence only, but not much more. It says, Salakia, Philippians 2 and 12. Wherefore, my beloved, as ye have always obeyed, not as in my presence only, but not much more in my absence, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. You see? And part of working out our own salvation is studying for ourselves. Because like that, hey, when we study for ourselves, hey, the Lord sups with us, man. Because we're not just doing it when brothers are around. Now we're actually we're showing the Lord that we're willingly doing this. Why? Because we're by ourselves and nobody's telling us anything, and we're actually, studying and all that because we want to. You see? And the Lord delights in that, and He'll sup with you, man. You see? So we got to work out our own salvation with fear and trembling, man. Study for ourselves, man. And even like that, man, hey, Slakia, by doing that, you become a more of a help, more of a team player, so to speak, when you're out there prophesying with the brothers, man. You become more of a well-oiled machine when you're out there with the brothers, man, because now you're helping them and you're helping them prophesy and are having their back if it is that they miss something or they don't know a certain thing. You see? You're not just out there being a liability, man. You're not just out there being in the way. You see? And now, hey, all of you guys are unstoppable, man, because especially if they're doing the same thing that you're doing and studying for themselves, that's a mighty group of brothers, man, and nobody will be able to gainsay, man. Because you're doing everything the Lord said, and at the end of the day, the Lord is with you, man, because you're studying like He told you to do. So now, because you're doing that, He's gonna bless you like He told you He was gonna bless us, man. With that mouth that cannot be gainsaid, man. That comes with studying, man. And that happens when you have a group of brothers doing the exact same thing and studying for themselves, and then they go out there to the highways and byways, man. You see? This is 2 Timothy 2 and 15. It says, I'm going to start at 14. You know, so that's all the benefits of studying for yourself, man. You know, you're able to answer individuals, convert individuals, stop scoffers, help our brethren whenever it is that they fall. You know, they don't know a certain thing. All that comes with it, and all that makes you rejoice. Because you're like, man, I'm glad I'm putting in this work. If I didn't put this work, I wouldn't be able to do this. You know, and you'll be thanking Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, because ultimately it's through him. You see? And that makes you more confident to go out there, man, and to be able to answering brothers. You ever catch yourself nervous touching a certain subject? Well, the reason why we're nervous is because what? We're not well learned in that subject. So what do? So we not get nervous and we may be more bold? Study for ourselves, man. And then when we go out there, you know, and we study that subject, we're gonna be even bolder preaching the word of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Because now the shit that you were nervous about and you were really unlearned, now the shit that you were nervous about and you were unlearned, now you're well learned. And now you're waiting, instead of having that word, oh man, I hope nobody comes and asks this question. Now you're the opposite, man. I hope somebody comes and asks this question. I'm ready to answer them, man. I'm ready to give them the breakdown. You see? The 2 Timothy 2 and 14, it says, of these things put them in remembrance, charging them before Yahweh that they strive not about words to no profit, but to the subverting of the hearers. You see, we can't just be out here speaking words of no profit, speaking things we don't even understand, just being mockingbirds. No, we got to make it count, man. We got to make sure we study so that everything we do has an effect. Everything we say has power, has an effect, man. We got to make it count. And that only happens if you study for yourselves, man. So we can't be out here just speaking words with no profit, winging it, just being mockingbirds. You know, eventually we'll get confounded, man. Eventually we'll get put to shame. You see? We got to study for ourselves, man. Doing that, none of that will happen. Verse 15, study to show thyself approved unto Yahweh, right? A workman that needeth not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth. You see? So we got to study to show ourselves approved towards Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. And that happens when you're studying by yourself. When you have leisure time and you're taking that to study instead of doing anything else. You could do anything, but instead of doing that, you're studying. Guess what? That shows that that makes you approved of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Because you're showing, like I said earlier, you're showing that you're willing to do it. The scriptures talk about that a wise man that has a leisure, roughly paraphrasing it, he's gonna what? Shall become wise. A man that has leisure shall become wise. Why? Because a righteous man, he's gonna take that leisure and study, man. And because he's doing it, he's gonna become more and more wise. That's how we show ourselves approved and are not a worker that's ashamed, man. Towards Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, man. Studying for ourselves. Whenever we have leisure time, using that to study, man. You know? It says, finish it off. It says, rightly dividing the word of truth. That's how by studying, we rightly divide the word of truth. And we don't become workmen that are ashamed, man. And we become approved of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, man. Because we're doing it right, we're teaching this word directly and correctly, just like the Lord said it. Well, hey, let me get the definition. Orthotomeo, right? In the Greek, I'm going to skip to verse 2. The number 2, it says, to make straight and smooth, to handle aright, to teach the truth directly and correctly. You see? So us studying for ourselves, we directly and correctly preach this truth, man. We give the correct answer to the scoffers to stomp his ass out. We give the correct answer of those that are asking of the faith to convert them. We give the correct answer to the heathens when they come and ask us about what we're doing. You see? We teach it directly and correctly, man. We handle it all right. You know, and it says what to, and we make it straight and smooth, man. Plain upon tables, like the scriptures say. And now, whenever by us doing that, we do all this, and these individuals have no excuse. Now they can't say, "Oh, well, they preached it wrong. They didn't tell me this. They didn't tell me that." No. We will tell them everything, man. And that blood will be off our hands. But that only happens if we're studying for ourselves, man, and not just being mockingbirds and relying on other men. You see? And that relying on other men, man, hey, that shit can make you fall off, man. Because if that man falls off, you're gonna be there like, oh, well, man, he fell off. Well, I'm gone too. You see? We gotta be in this for ourselves, man. We gotta be fully persuaded, man. Hey, and studying for yourself helps us do that. This is Acts 17 and 11. It says, these were more noble than those in Thessalonica, and that they received the word with all readiness of mind. Salakia, these were more noble than those in Thessalonica, and that they received the word with all readiness of mind, and searched the scriptures daily whether those things were so. You see, so what made the church of Berea noble? The fact that they received the word and also searched it and studied for themselves, man. You see? So when Paul came and preached, they were like, okay, Paul, we hear you. That sounds good. Okay, well, you know what? Let's go look that up. Boom, boom. Oh, you know what? Oh, shit. Paul, you're right. Damn, he's on point. You see? And because of that, I guarantee you, through his spirit, these men were more bold, and these men were more learned than the other individuals that weren't studying, man. That's why the scripture calls them, it gives them honor. It calls them more noble. You know? Because they weren't just being mockingbirds, man. They actually wanted to make sure and be on point with this, man. We got to do the same thing. This is Proverbs 15 and 28. The heart of the righteous study to answer, but the mouth of the wicked poureth out evil things, man. You see? So we got to study for ourselves so we could know how and what to answer, man. Whether we're with brethren or we are by ourselves. You see? And we can't have the mouth, that mouth of the wicked, man. You know? When you don't study, you're more liable to have that mouth of the wicked. Why? Because now you're just winging shit. Now you're just saying shit so you won't be wrong. You know? And that could get you killed, man. You see? So let's study for ourselves, man. This is Revelations 1 and 3. It says, blessed is he that readeth, and they that hear the words of this prophecy, and keep those things which are written therein, for the time is at hand. You see? Now, when you go into that word, readeth, it goes into knowing how to distinguish the scriptures. You see? So blessed, in other words, blessed is he that knows how to distinguish the scriptures, knows how to use them, when to use this precept, understands when the scriptures talk about answer a fool according to his folly, but then after that it says answer a fool not according to his folly. You see? Blessed is an individual who knows how to do that, distinguish that, discern that, you know, when and how to use the scriptures, man. And how do you become that type of individual? By doing your own studying, man. You see? Because when you do that, the Lord will sup with you And he'll give you that mouth that you can't be gainsaid, man. And that will make you blessed. Now you understand the prophecies. Now you'll be able to answer anybody and whoever comes with any type of question. Now you'll be a pillar in the house of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. You see? Study for yourselves, man. So with that, hopefully you burn were edified. I'm going to end it by giving all praises and glory to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Yeshurala that rule well. And salutations to you, Akim, out there in the highways and the byways, preaching his word in truth and in sincerity. Shalom.